Hey, what's up? Welcome to Farm Talk Friday.
From a secret location.
Well, sort of, yeah. I'm Ken Jordan. This is my beautiful wife, Giovanna. Hi, honey.
Hi, baby.
We're on opposite sides this week. I'm normally there. She's normally here. But that's okay. We are coming to you live from Cozumel, Mexico.
The Yucatan. We don't need to say anything else.
Just off the Yucatan Peninsula. Slide back, honey, or you can't really. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. All right. Are we
There
back?
we go. Yes.
Okay. Come on
We're
in.
not ancient and trying to use technology.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Oh no! Somebody got through on your phone. It's supposed to be in Do Not Disturb. Right?
No, that's the person on watching our feed
Oh,
saying
how about
hi. So yeah,
that's
Ken's.
Well, I have sunglasses on, so I can't really see that well. Okay, so we are. Did I say it's February 23rd, 2024?
I feel like we're acting like old people.
All right, you might want to ask why I always say that, and so because this exists on YouTube and it's soon to exist on Spotify, so it's an easy way to put dates on the each episode.
Okay.
So, all right, we're here in Cozumel mainly for a triathlon. There's this really cool triathlon called Mayan Man, and I'll be racing in it this Sunday. It'll be my first triathlon in Cozumel, first one in Mexico. I'm super excited about it. It's kind of a test, though. It's, I have a badly torn meniscus.
Yeah.
And I got stem cell treatment about 2 months ago, 9 weeks ago. And so we're kind of testing to see how it goes on the run. I really haven't run since the treatment, and we're going to see how it goes. This is obviously not part of the Costa Rica Championship Series, so it doesn't really matter how well I do, but I'm going to do my best.
Yeah. And so the doctor in Costa Rica said you should stop running.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Ken didn't want to hear that. And I think Mayan Man's going to be cool, but what happens if... We're just going to see how you do.
Hey, how much worse can it get?
Right.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Okay. Anyways, they get really cool shirts. It has a big peacock on it this year.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to be on, but they have a cool logo. It kind of almost looks like, Mayan Burning Man kind of logo. So, anyway, honey, what we normally do is talk about the advertisement that you sent, and this week I feel like it features many permaculture pinups.
It does. Yes, thanks for noticing, honey. So it did. The idea behind these images this week by Permaculture Pinup was Valentine's Day, actually. And so a lot of times we think of, red. And I was thinking that maybe in Costa Rica it should be orange, because we have so many orange blooming trees that start to come out in February. And part of permaculture to me is to think about maybe even redesigning the holidays. I mean, Valentine's wasn't necessarily something that has been celebrated for thousands of years. It's like, let's get back to the cycles and celebrate things that are actually happening in nature. So there's a really beautiful, a couple different orange blooming flowers. One I think is more native, and the other one is not, but it's been there for a while. And so, yeah. So that's what those images are. It's like women with those trees. There we have it.
All right.
That was the image. So a little bit late because we're on the 23rd and Valentine's was on the 14th, but they were still so pretty. I'm like, I think this is going to be the image this week.
So obviously we're not on our little farm right now, but we were there since the last farm talk. So what's been happening?
Yeah, so we were in town 2 days before we left, or one day.
No, we were in town more than that.
Okay. Well, we left on Tuesday.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay. Well, anyways, we were there for a few days, so I knew that I could get some work in, and I did. And so I worked on the Freehold Apollo. We had a bucket that we showed an episode ago, and then I said, and then we got like, a whole half bag more of them, and that was only maybe half of what was coming. So I was able to process some of that, but not all of it. And I went out. I was just kind of like trimming things up before we left and making plans for our worker to, things that we could work on when we get back, but then obviously things that he could help out with when we were away. So all the little things, I guess. We had to go get chicken food before we left. So we were doing some things. We weren't just skipping town again.
All right.
Yeah, but do you remember what we got from the garden this week?
Besides beans?
Yeah.
Yes! We got a camote. We got a sweet potato. And it was the orange flesh sweet potato, which some people call yams, but I don't know if it is a yam.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was
Chicken.
absolutely delicious, and I feel like it came from one of those that we just bought a couple of extras and planted.
Yeah. So we, on our main garden, took down the fence like maybe a year ago, and we like the way it looks better, but it does allow more agoutis in, and the agoutis like the sweet potato, so I'm actually pretty surprised that
iguanas, you name it, they're all eating the stuff in our garden.
Yes, and Ken's totally fine with that.
Yeah,
especially the agoutis. He likes seeing them. So I was surprised that we even found one, but it was also hopeful because if we got one, then maybe they're not onto them, or maybe they don't like them. So I'm really excited about it. But what's going on in that garden is we have the Freehold Apollo that's growing. Those are kind of like small bean trees. We started to realize that it was like blocking our view, which we had really enjoyed because in the morning it's like a highway of wild animals. I might be overselling it a little bit, but we do see several in the morning. And so I promised Ken, I'm like, okay, as soon as we get our bean flesh harvest, like I'm going to cut them back significantly. And this was always kind of the plan anyway, and see if they'll grow even like shorter, and then plant more around the edges where it won't block our view. And then kind of in between, then we can plant on the low level things like the sweet potato, or other, it could be like kale if we wanted to, but things underneath, because what we were experiencing in that garden as well is just it's so hot and it's so much rain, like the two different seasons. It's hard for things if they don't have a little bit of protection. So growing other plants to be the protection for some other plants that we want, and to have the layers. So kind of bringing more food forest concepts into our veggie garden.
All right. And
Previous
while we're here in Cozumel, you're also doing a little bit of mermaiding, yes?
A little bit, yes. Shout out to Jules. She was my instructor, my PADI mermaid instructor.
Yeah.
I became an instructor, but she was the instructor for instructors. So thanks, Jules. It was great to hang out with you the other day, and I'll be mermaiding around with her tomorrow as well. And shout out to Hope, who she and I have our 14th friend-iversary today on Facebook. So she already posted something. I thought that was really cute. And Hope usually ends up tuning into Farm Talk Friday. She's very supportive. So yay to Hope.
All right.
And thank you to everyone that's on here now. And I don't know, what else we got?
I think that's it till next week.
Yeah. We'll get back to you guys, but we wanted to deliver, especially since I did do work before we came out here. I'm like, I want to report. In. So sending everyone lots of love, and hope you have a great weekend.
See you next week on Farm Talk Friday.